Welcome to the Tennessee Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. The camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Middle Tennessee State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Megan, and I am the admissions counselor for West Tennessee, Shelby, Tipton, and Fayette County for Middle Tennessee State University. Thank you so much for being here today. We are going to go ahead and get started. So here at MTSU, we have a little bit over 22,000 students on campus with us, and we also offer 140 different academic programs and 300 plus student organizations. So not only are there wide areas to study, there are also several things to do both on and off campus with us. So whenever you guys get ready to start the application process, you'll do everything online, and usually it only takes students about 15 to 20 minutes to do our application. But along with doing the online application, you will pay a $25 application fee. And then you'll also want to make sure that you get over to us both your high school transcripts and any of your ACT or SAT scores, along with like your dual enrollment or AP credits. You'll want to make sure to get those sent over. Also at MTSU, we have a process called guaranteed acceptance. So as long as you have a 3.0 GPA by itself, you're going to be guaranteed to be admitted with us. Or if you have a 22 on the ACT or the SAT equivalent of 1100, or a 2.7 GPA and a 19 on the ACT, you'll be guaranteed acceptance as well. So you may be wondering, how much does it cost? It's about $10,000 every single semester, and that's if you're taking a full course load at 15 credit hours. And then of course that number can go down a little bit, just depending on if you choose to stay on campus in your freshman year or if you choose to have the highest dollar meal plan. But $10,000 is definitely a safe bet for you to be able to count on each semester. So we also offer guaranteed scholarships along with guaranteed acceptance. So if you have a 23 on the ACT and a 3.5 GPA, that is where our scholarship tiers are going to start. And so it's extremely important that you get everything in by December 1st to be considered for our guaranteed scholarships. And as of right now, we are not test optional for scholarship purposes. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you go ahead and get those in if you will be scholarship eligible. So some important links to keep in mind are mtsu.edu/apply now. That's where you'll actually find the application. And I recommend to snap a picture of the screen or just go back to it for reference. And then also, if you're interested in coming to visit with us, you can go to mtsu.edu/visit. We offer right now in-person campus tours, and we also offer Saturday tours every single week along with the virtual tour option. So there's definitely something for you regardless of if you can or cannot travel to campus. And then also, if you're wanting to go and look at all of our academic programs, you can visit mtsu.edu/programs. There it lists all 140 of our academic programs, and you can click on it. The links are dynamic, so it will walk you through all of the classes that you'll take over the span of 4 years, and it'll also give brief descriptions of each course that is offered within that program. And then also for scholarships, if you visit mtsu.edu/scholarships, it'll walk you through all of our first-time freshman scholarships, any transfer opportunities, and it will also show, something that's also important to note is that our scholarships are stackable. So if you are offered a scholarship for, let's just say, the True Blue Scholarship, which is $2,000 each school year, and you're offered the Hope Lottery and maybe a foundation scholarship with us, you can always stack them, and we don't put a limit on the number of scholarships that you stack with us. And then also, same thing with housing. If you visit mtsu.edu/housing, you can do the virtual housing tour. You can also complete your housing application. And then also we are doing on-ground tours as well. And if you guys have any questions at all, you can always text us. We are available at 615-645 2646. And also, I know that I mentioned I'm the counselor for Shelby, Tipton, and Fayette County, but we also have 2 other admissions counselors that work with West Tennessee, and they are highlighted and color-coded for you all's information. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight.
Thank you. Just a reminder to send any Q&A questions in. And now we'll be hearing from Lee University.
Hey guys, my name is Logan Bird. I'm actually the admission counselor for West Tennessee and Mid Tennessee. So all you guys will definitely be a lot of my students that I will be talking to. But going into it, So we're going to start again, like I said, Lee University. We started in 1918. We're a private liberal Christian college. We're located in Cleveland, Tennessee, which is about 30 minutes east of Chattanooga. So not too far. We have 120 acres. And also we have a little bit over 5,000 students on our campus. Also, we have students from all over the place as well, as you can see. And feel free to take screenshots of these as well if you want any more information, you want to know more. We do require chapel for twice a week. You have to at least be at 75% of those for each month. We do have over 100 different clubs that you can be a part of, our student-based clubs. We do offer global perspectives, which is something that you are required to do for all of our students to travel just wherever basically you want. We travel all over the world. We have like 30 plus different trips that we do each semester. And there are just a lot of great opportunities for that. We are Division II with sports. So we got like typical baseball, soccer, lacrosse, volleyball, basketball, whatnot. We don't have a football team, unfortunately. But yeah, we have over 158 different programs, studies, 57 different majors. We offer our 5 top programs, which is our business, communications. Here it says behavior social science, but also known as psychology. We also have our nursing program and also our education program. And also we do have a 15-to-1 student to professor ratio. So good size school, easier to kind of connect with your professors and whatnot in those smaller classes. And sometimes you could even go to like 8 students in one class or 7, just depending on your major. But also this part's really important in regards to applying. So again, you can take a screenshot of this if you want more information. So first you'll go to our website. You can first either go to applytolee.com, or like I said, you can go to leeuniversity.edu, which is our website. And there'll be a button on the top right that says apply now. So we do go on to rolling admissions, which means there's no deadline per se for the application. So as soon as you turn in your application, turning your high school transcripts up to your junior year, and then also your ACT or SAT test scores, we'll make that decision probably within the 24 hours and send a decision letter out to you in a couple of weeks from then. Also, this is a huge important factor because there is a $25 fee for the application. But we do offer a fee waiver code. So again, if you want to take this down, which is Future Flame, that's all caps and no spaces, and there'll be an option to put that in one of the boxes when you're filling out the application. And again, like I said, we would need your ACT, SAT test scores, and high school transcripts. For housing, we definitely encourage students to put in the housing application sooner rather than later, just because it is first come, first serve and getting your preferred dorm. So usually our suite style dorms are a lot more popular in our underclassmen class, and then also community styles is another option, which is also still a good option for you. We do have apartment style and townhouse style dorms, usually for upperclassmen as well. And then similar to kind of applying for this housing application, go to that same account that you had for your admission application, and then you'll just click start new application and the housing application will pop up from there. There is a $200 down deposit for this application just to hold your spot in the dorm. And if you decide you want to attend somewhere else, or hopefully not, but if you do, you could get that completely refunded back to you. So that's totally fine as well. And then we could go into tuition. So as you can see here, again, take your screenshots. These are full year per year tuition. So our a little bit over 19,000 for just base tuition without any room and board, and then about 28,000 for including room and board. But that's our more staple price. So that's including the most expensive meal plan and most expensive dormitory, which is typically for upperclassmen as well. So Usually freshmen are looking more at a 25 to 26,000 a year on average on pricing. I think just for tuition, it's a little bit over 9,000 per semester. So that's kind of how that works. And again, feel free to take screenshots of those. Here's also financial aid. So obviously fill out your FAFSA, which is really important. Obviously not just for loans, but also you can possibly get grants out of it and also qualify for our work study program. So definitely fill that out. And then on top of that, there's other options in regards for financial aid, which are scholarships. So for our merit-based scholarships, we have two levels, which is our Dean Scholarship and Presidential. For our Dean Scholarship, you have to have 24 to 27 or 1160 or a 1300 on your SAT, which is kind of the opposite for that. But yeah, so that's about a $5,000 scholarship per year up to 4 years. So for the full 4 years, it'd be about $20,000. And then also your presidential scholarship, which you have to have at least a 28 on your ACT or a 1310 on your SAT. That awards about $7,500 scholarship and $30,000 per year or up to 4 years. So the Centennial Scholarship, that's kind of an additional to that presidential. So if you qualify for the presidential, then you could qualify for the Centennial. So that's a more competitive based scholarship. And then also you have your different competitive based scholarships that you can apply for. And those are just a few examples of the endowments as well. And this is the best way to contact us. So you can contact us at our direct line, which is 423-614-8500. And also you sign up for registration for campus visits, which we are doing in-person campus visits, and then also doing virtual visits. So you can find out for that on our website. So thank you for taking your time to listen.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Carson Newman University.
Alrighty guys, how are y'all doing tonight? Thank you all for tuning in. My name is Kayla Moffitt and I am an Assistant Director of Freshman Admissions here at Carson Newman University. So Carson Newman University, if you all are not familiar with us, we are located in East Tennessee. So we are about 30 minutes east of Knoxville. So if you all have ever been to Gatlinburg, the Pigeon Forge area, we are really close to Dollywood. So if you all love to come out to the Smokies and hang out, we are in a beautiful location in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains. Our campus is also bordered by 2 lakes. We're bordered by Cherokee Lake and Douglas Lake. So a lot of our students love to hang out at the lake during the week. They'll string up their hammocks and just kind of hang out and have a peaceful place to study and to, just hang out with friends. So we'll go ahead and get started with the presentation. At Carson Newman, we do have over 50 programs of study. So there are a lot of majors that you can pick from. Tonight, I want to go ahead and highlight a few of our top majors that we have. So at Carson Newman, probably our most popular major is going to be our nursing program, and I'll tell you the reason why. So our nursing program does not have a waiting list, which is really unique compared to a lot of other schools. Also, for our nursing program, in order to gain admission, you have to have at least a 2.5 GPA in your sciences during college. So that's like your anatomies, that is your chemistry, and you have to have a 2.75 GPA in your general core classes. So if you have those 2 requirements, you will automatically be admitted into our School of Nursing. That is huge. A lot of schools do not offer that, or they have waiting lists. So that's something that sets Carson Newman apart. Also, for the past 5 years, we have had a 99% pass rate on the NCLEX exam, and that's on the first attempt. 3 of those years, we had a 100% pass rate. So our program, it is, not easy to get into, but it is not as stressful. But the program itself is, very hard. So you are going to graduate with a really good degree, and you'll have a really good opportunity to find employment. We also have a really strong education program as well too. So if you're interested in education, the cool thing, even during the year of COVID, all of our education majors had jobs. And so that's something that we are very proud of, especially in such a trying year for all of our educators. Business is also a very popular program at Carson Newman. And again, we have, over 47 more majors on campus. So you can take a picture of the screen. And if you click in on that link, it's going to tell you a little bit more about the other programs we offer. And if you're interested in a specific program, if you'll just hit the chat button, if you'll say, hey, Kayla, do you have this program? Then I will respond back to the chat after this presentation and let you know if we do or not. So at Carson Newman, we are going to be test optional for this year. What test optional means is that we will accept you based solely on your high school GPA. We understand that you all have not gotten the chance to take the ACT exam as many times as what you normally would have in a regular year. So we are going to be test optional. So if you want to just send us your high school transcript, if you have above a 2.75 GPA, then you will be admitted to Carson Newman. Now, if you have below a 2.75, you can submit ACT scores in order to help your chances of being admitted to Carson Newman. And also, if you have that 2.75 and you want to submit ACT scores, that can help get you more money at Carson Newman. So you can see the link to apply. It's admissions.cn.edu/apply. And you can go on our website. We have a button there if you're not able to take a picture. We do want to remind you to file the FAFSA that opened on October the 1st. So go ahead and be sure to list Carson Newman down. That way we can estimate to you how much financial aid you'll be receiving. We do accept federal aid. So any federal aid like the federal Pell Grant, federal SEOG grant. We also accept the Tennessee Promise and we accept the Tennessee Hope Scholarship as well. We do offer freshman merit scholarships at Carson Newman, and you can see they range from $6,000 to $10,000 if you are only submitting your high school transcript. Now, if you submit ACT scores, that can rise to $14,000. And we do have a lot of different scholarship opportunities. We are NCAA Division II. So if you are interested in playing a sport, if you want to comment in the chat, let me know what sport you're interested in, then I will send you my contact information and we'll get you in touch with a coach. We pretty much have everything from football to volleyball to swimming. We also even have a bass fishing team. So if you like to fish competitively, that's something that you can get a scholarship for at Carson Newman. And you can see on the screen, we also have scholarships for band. We have scholarships for color guard. We also have scholarships, if your dad or your mom is a minister, you can get a scholarship for that, or if they're a missionary. We have scholarships for art. We also have scholarships for chemistry, speech and debate, cheer and dance. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to earn money here at Carson Newman. We are having campus visits and we would love for you to come and visit. I know it is a little bit of a trek across the state. It takes about 6 hours to get to Carson Newman. So if you are wanting to move away but still stay in the state, we are a great option for you. This is our upcoming visit event. So we do have our Showcase Saturdays coming up. We have one not this weekend but next, and another one in November. But we also do offer campus events throughout the weekday as well. So if you want to visit Monday through Friday, we will give you a school excuse if your school allows you to have some days to visit. And this is our contact information. So if you want to take a picture, we would love for you to come and visit. Thank you all so much for your time today.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Freed-Hardeman University. And don't forget to send in any Q&A questions.
Okay, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Young, and I am a current student here at Freed-Hardeman University. I can only imagine what you guys are going through having to choose a university during the coronavirus, and I just want to take a couple of minutes to introduce to you Freed-Hardeman University. We are located in Henderson, Tennessee, which is a quintessential town and that you'll come to know and love throughout your time here. If you want to get away from the small town and enjoy the big city every once in a while, don't worry. We are less than 30 minutes away from Jackson, an hour and a half from Memphis, and 2 hours and a half from Nashville, which is where all of the best concerts and sporting events are just a short drive away. Freed-Hardeman University has a rich history of over 150 years of serving students across the world. One of the first things that you'll notice about us is our quality of academic programs. Here, your classes will be taught by highly credentialed professors with almost 80% of them having earned their highest degree. That means none of your classes will be taught by graduate assistants. Because of an average class size of 18 students, You will get to experience close and personal access to your professor. That means hands-on support and a unique research opportunity that you can't find anywhere else. And this is one of my favorite parts about Freed-Hardeman. This is why we can boast an 85% retention rate, which means that most likely the people that you graduate with will be the same people that you came in with during your freshman year. You go to college to get a degree, they say, but who says that you can't have lots of fun at the same time? That's where our social life on campus comes in, and it's awesome. We are a tight-knit student community that does everything together. Intramurals, social clubs, free on-campus concerts, a movie theater where the movies are free, homecoming, and so much more are all the things that I enjoy when I'm taking a break from studying. Our athletic programs feature conference and national champions in multiple sports. And the best thing is, all the games are free for students to attend. All you have to do is show your student ID card and you're in. Study abroad. I know what you're probably thinking. If living on campus is so great, then why would I want to study anywhere else? But trust me, you do not want to give up the opportunity to experience some of the best memories of your life. What about experiencing the Eiffel Tower with some of your best friends, or Spain for 4 weeks? Or take the opportunity to learn at some of the biggest international corporations in Seoul, South Korea. These are great experiences that you can put on your resume. So seriously, check out Study Abroad at FHU. With over 50 majors to choose from, you're bound to find something that you'll both enjoy studying and excel at. Our freshman advisors and first year experience program will ensure that your freshman year leaves you successful and coming back for more. Did you know that our reduced liberal arts core requirements will allow you to begin studying what you want as early as your sophomore year? That means that there's more time studying classes that you enjoy and that you have for your majors. So that means that you'll be a more qualified job applicant in 4 years. Maybe you already know what you want to do for your career and you found that you have graduate school in your future. Many graduate degree programs are highly competitive and seek the best applicants, but don't worry. If you're an FHU alumni, you will be one of the best students in their applicant pool. Check out these ratings. 91% into medical school, 92% into vet school, and 100% into nurse practitioner school. And I promise you, we are not making up these numbers. Not only do our alumni get into graduate programs, but they often get into their first choice school. Here at FHU, we make an outstanding degree surprisingly affordable. And in fact, 100% of our students receive financial aid every year. So what are you waiting for? Apply right now in as little as 10 minutes for free with no application and no essay. Apply at fhu.edu/apply. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Martin Methodist College.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tyler Cox. I'm our Vice President for Enrollment here at Martin Methodist. As you see on your screen, you see some of the shots of our campus located here in Pulaski, Tennessee. We're about an hour south of Nashville, about 15 minutes north of the Alabama line. We have about 700 full-time day students here on campus. We house about 400 residential students each year as well. So your opportunities on campus to be a residential student and or a commuter are definitely available to you. Our campus is located right next to the city square. So you see some of those pictures there. The college and the city are definitely integrated together. Our community embraces the Martin Methodist family. Our mayor's on staff here in our business department. So there's a great relationship between where we're located and our community. Martin Methodist has been around for 150 years. This is our sesquicentennial. This is our 150th academic year. Some of the things about Martin Methodist and our commitment over those years is personalized education. We have a 13-to-1 student-teacher ratio. The opportunities for you to have those personalized education with your faculty and with your advisors is definitely a big benefit to a smaller campus such as ours here at Martin Methodist. Your amenities on campus are one that relate to a growth opportunity within your classmates. We have a fire pit on campus, Starbucks. We have an indoor heated pool. We have a movie theater on campus that runs first run movies. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Those are some other opportunities for you while you're on campus with us. If you haven't heard, there's some big opportunities going on here at Martin Methodist. If you will look at the mmc2ut.com, you can see this opportunity within the future of Martin Methodist to join the University of Tennessee system as the fourth state system here in Tennessee. That website brings a lot of information as far as quick facts, question and answers, some different interviews from President Boyd from University of Tennessee, as well as Dr. LeBranch here, our president at Martin Methodist. The opportunity to become a more affordable institution, to grow in our degree programs are some of the biggest takeaways from this transition. So we're definitely excited at the opportunities to become part of the flagship university in the state of Tennessee. So do definitely encourage you to visit mmc2ut.com for more information on that. Next, you'll see some of the processes on how to enroll here at Martin Methodist. Our application is free as well. You can see that checklist. I encourage you to screenshot this as you're exploring your opportunities to apply here at Martin Methodist. This basically gives you the checklist. We also are a ACT optional school for this year as well. Many of you have had a lot of struggles with COVID to get those test scores, and we understand that. And as you move through this process, if you're able to take those ACT, SAT tests potentially, please feel free to send that information to us. But we can certainly move forward with your enrollment without that test score. We encourage you, if you have questions on this process, to reach out to us, and we'll show you some of that contact info as we move on to our next slide, which highlights a lot of our athletics here at Martin Methodist. We have 19 athletic programs. We have a lot of your non-traditional sports. We have clay target, golf, tennis, a lot of your traditional sports, men's and women's basketball, baseball, softball, soccer. As you see right there in the bottom right corner, you see some of our national championship trophies. We've got 4 national championships in the past couple of years since the year 2010. And then if you look overall, the countless conference championships and banners that hang in our gymnasium are very exciting. We actually just transitioned this year to the Mid-South Conference, and it's another exciting opportunity for us to explore additional athletic opportunities within that conference. We've added swimming this year as part of our new conference, and definitely will continue to look at growing some of the athletic programs to fit the needs of our students and in the area in which we recruit. Martin Methodist has got a history of a lot of success in our athletic program. So if you're interested in joining one of our athletic programs, we do encourage you to reach out to us. You can also visit us at martinmethodist.edu. The top of the page, you can select to schedule a visit. In that visit opportunity, you can pick to meet with a coach, to meet with faculty, to request to sit in on a class, have a one-on-one financial aid session. As you work through the many opportunities that are presented to you to go to school, we encourage you to use us as a resource. You can see our contact information on the screen here. Our biggest thing for you is that any questions you have, you never hesitate to reach out to your admissions counselor to come visit us in person, whether that be Monday through Saturday, 8 to whenever you need to come visit us. We're able to work at any time to meet your needs and your parents' needs when it comes time for making a decision about your education. As we begin to bridge through the growth potentially with the University of Tennessee, you'll receive communications from us through our website, through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, to keep you up to date with any of the transition opportunities that could impact you as you explore your education.
Thank you. Lastly, we will be hearing from the University of Memphis.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Kayla Hubbard and I'm a admissions counselor at the University of Memphis. So I'm excited to speak with y'all today about what we have to offer. So first I'll start with a couple of fast facts. We have a little over 22,000 students enroll at the university, which qualifies us as a large institution. Another percentage that I always like to point out is our 34% first generation college student rate. That number is continually increasing and we're continuing to celebrate more and more students who are going to be the first college graduates and their family. Our college has even opened up a first generation office where students are able to receive support, tutoring, and their parents and family are also able to get guidance. Looking on the other side of the screen about all the great opportunities that we have over 350 student organizations on campus. So this is anything from community service organizations, religious life, Greek life, really anything that you can think of. We have it here so that you can find your fit. Also with our Tiger Athletics, our intramural sports, and our internships, we've been consistently ranked to have some of the best internships nationally. And so we have students who are doing, are getting hands-on experience with Fortune 500 companies like FedEx, AutoZone, International Paper, and are also getting to get hands-on experience with research hospitals like Le Bonheur and St. Jude, all right here in the city, all around 5 to 10 minutes away from campus. And so if that is something that you're interested in, that is a great reason to choose the University of Memphis. Even more, we have the biggest honors college in the state of Tennessee. And so if you're looking to be challenged academically, the honors college is a great community for that. We have a lot of study abroad opportunities, even through the COVID area. We have some virtual study abroad opportunities. And then again, just being in the city of Memphis and all the opportunities that surround us. For our admissions process, we have a competitive application process. It's a very individual application process. A lot of students often ask what our minimum ACT, SAT, and GPA is. And it's kind of a trick question because we don't have a minimum. And so for the fall of 2019, the average was a 3.52 GPA and the average ACT was a 23. And so we look at each student on a very individual basis. For the fall of 2021, we're text flexible. And so if you have a score, that's great. You can send it to us. But if you do not have a score, we can go ahead and move through your admissions process without a standardized test score. So we'll look at your transcript, look at the classes you've taken. Maybe if you did any dual enrollment, AP, IB, we'll also look at that. And then we'll base your admissions decision off of that. One deadline to know about is our March 1st, 2021 merit-based scholarships deadline. And so starting at a 24 ACT and a 3.25 GPA, you can start qualifying for our merit-based scholarships just by filling out our application. And so these start at $3,000. And so we have our deans, our pros, and our presidential scholarship where you can get up to $6,000 a year to come to the university just by filling out the application. Thinking through the investment, so for in-state tuition, it's a little under $10,000 a year. You'll pay by semester, so $5,000 a year. And so I always like to tell, or $5,000 a semester, sorry. I always like to tell students to start, with that $5,000 number, and hopefully by the time you're done filling out the FAFSA that open October 1st, filling out scholarships, we have our Tiger Scholarship Manager that will open November 1st for admitted students. Hopefully by the time you're done filling out all those and getting to the spring and seeing how much scholarships and grants that you'll get, that number will continue to dwindle down. And so we have a lot of university initiatives to also help with that, like our guaranteed tuition plan. And so the price of higher education continues to increase. Even when I was in college, I would pay 1% more or 3% more every single year. We saw that at the university, and we want to make sure that your tuition doesn't increase over 8 consecutive semesters. So for your 4 years at the university, you will be locked in and pay the same amount of tuition each year. We've had a tuition freeze, and so we didn't raise tuition over the past year, and we also have a tuition cap. And so if you want to get ahead and take classes, you can take anywhere from 12 to 21 hours, and we will not raise your tuition. And so those are all really great initiatives. My favorite, though, is the Memphis Promise. This is something that we just rolled out last year, and I've seen help a lot of students. And so If you are Pell eligible based on the FAFSA and Hope eligible based on having a 21 ACT or 3.0 GPA and a Tennessee resident and went to a Tennessee high school, you could qualify for the Memphis Promise, which is a last dollar scholarship where you can get free tuition. And so that's something to really be looking forward to. Be sure to continue to fill out the FAFSA and look at those scholarships. But you can also visit us. And so you can do this virtually. We have a virtual tour. We have an in-person tour. So you can start signing up now on our website to take a one-on-one tour with a current student. We also have one-on-one missions with the admissions counselors. We have virtual information sessions and a lot of different things for you to get to know a little bit more about the University of Memphis. And these are just different ways that you can connect with us. So follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. And we would love to continue to get to know more about you. So thank y'all so much for letting me come on here and share, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. So we have about 10 more minutes left. So I'm just going to ask each of our presenters to come back on, and maybe everyone could just share like their favorite event that takes place on their campus, and we can start with Middle Tennessee State University, and then everyone can just go.
Yeah, so one of my favorite events that takes place on campus, usually every year, of course this year has been a little bit different, but is our university convocation. It's basically where we welcome all of our students, and over the summer we give them a summer reading book, and every year at convocation we have the author of that summer reading come and speak to our students and welcome them on campus.
Awesome. Lee University.
Yeah, so honestly, I think my biggest one is probably our Lee Day event. So that's probably just it is once a year. It's usually the first weekend of April, kind of similar. I mean, due to COVID, it's kind of been different these days. But hopefully, assuming that everything's kind of going back to regularly during that time, it's a full weekend. You'll be able to bring your whole family, whoever you'd like. It's a free event. You just get to come to our campus. There'll be a lot of stuff going on, so you can actually see a lot of different clubs, a lot of different just events that you'll be able to experience. There'll be food, tons of food, a lot of free t-shirts, and a lot of kind of that stuff. So it'll be a cool opportunity just to come to our campus, maybe sit on a few classes, and also just see what campus life is like.
Sounds great. Carson Newman University.
So one of my favorite events at Carson Newman is actually an event that is hosted by our counseling center. So at Carson Newman, we really value students' mental health. And so on Fridays, we have Feel Good Fridays. And one of the days we have what's called Pause and Play. And that's where we partner with the local animal shelter. They bring puppies and cats on campus, and our students have the opportunity to, play with the animals. And also, it's really good advertisement for the local animal shelter. There are a lot of dogs and cats that get adopted just because our students post on their social media pages.
That sounds awesome. Freed Hardeman University.
Hey, Kayla, it's not letting us share our video. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm hoping you can hear me okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. One of our favorite events on campus is the honors competition, and that happens generally every winter, really. This year it will happen in February, and that is if you have at least a 30 or the equivalent of that on the ACT, then you can come on campus and compete for some additional funds for your scholarship package. In addition to that, you'll get to attend our benefit dinner each year and spend some time with other people on campus who are just like you.
Sounds nice. Next, Martin Methodist College.
I'd have to say, from my time when I was a student here in undergrad till now as an administrator, probably the first week of school we call Martin Pride Days. And it's just an opportunity on campus for everybody to integrate with each other, to meet. We offer lunch every day on the campus green for our community students and our residential students for free. We have a fireworks show, we have concerts, carnival fair, things like that on the campus green. And that all kind of caps off with our opening convocation from the president. But it's just a great opportunity for us as administration to be able to meet with our students that enrolled, and for our current students to meet our new students. There's a lot of giveaways that week, t-shirts and book vouchers and backpacks and those types of things that make the events exciting. And from my 4 years when I was in school here till now, it's just an exciting week for everybody that's involved. So I look forward to those Martin Pride Days, and each year growing on the year before and improving the opportunities that we're able to give to our new students to become integrated within our campus.
Yeah, that's awesome. And lastly, University of Memphis.
Hey, yes, thank you. So at the University of Memphis, we have what is called Frosh Camp, and it's something that our students really, really love. And so you have your regular orientation that is mandatory, and you do all the things to check off your list with advising, financial aid, and so forth. But we also have extended orientation, and so it's on a campsite, and so you go camping for a couple of days. It has current students, new students, and we even have faculty and staff come out and talk. And students really like it because they kind of get to know the people at the university right before they're able to come. And it's fun because you feel like you're camping and you're meeting a lot of new people. And so I think that's one of my favorite events at the university.
Awesome. Well, if any of the reps have any other information they would like to share, you can go ahead and do so. We have a little bit of extra time, but I'll just say thank you all for joining us. Thank you to all of our presenters. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to check out the full sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings online. Looks like there are no more Q&A questions or any information to add, so I'll just say goodbye, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening. All right, bye now.